And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
And that's what friends are for.
As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turned it over there. That's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
Now the AFC going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. He finds Hopkins complete. Now the AFC going to take a timeout. It's their second, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. This will be their first trip to the red zone. 1st and 10 right at the 20. From the gun, it's Mahomes. It's Hill, complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now it's Mahomes again. And he will score. Touchdown AFC. An 11-yard touchdown. And his guys are an extra point away now from taking the lead.
Great field position has to be one of the best friends an offense can have. When you don't have very far to go, you should cash it in with points.
Jason Myers now for the extra point. He's able to put it through. So that drive, 4 plays. And it ends with an AFC touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. Take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The offense for the NFC back out there. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Brees going to throw. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. So we're at halftime of the 2019 Pro Bowl with the AFC out on top.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Boy, this AFC team has figured something out. They've got the lead again, looking to make it 3 in a row since the game moved to Orlando in 2017. So the question, what can the NFC do to come back? We'll ask that of our guys as we send you back to Camping World Stadium.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
So that one will be accepted. Now the NFC going to use a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Now they run from the gun with Gordon. The Panthers' Luke Kuechly there on the tackle. Now the NFC going to signal for another timeout. And that's going to leave them with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. A first-time Pro Bowler. Here's James Conner of the Steelers. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks, just like a quarterback would on offense to get him into the right defense. They definitely were on that play. How about that finish, holding that to a minimal gain?
A gain of 26 on the third down conversion. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. So, boy, that's already the third they burned here. They are out of timeouts now before we've even hit the fourth quarter. They'll run on first down. Conner, and he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. Charles, this the 2019 Pro Bowl. The AFC's won both games that have been played here in Orlando since they moved it here. Both have been competitive, 20-13 2 seasons ago, and the last year in 2018 it was 24-23 the final.
Yeah, and 2 years ago, Travis Kelce, Lorenzo Alexander were the game MVPs, offense and defense respectively. And then last year, Delaney Walker of the Titans, their tight end, he won it on offense.
And it's caught. It's a touchdown. Now we'll have to check the flag, but I think this one's going to stand. So offside's the call, and they understandably decline it.
And this is why we're seeing more and more teams hiring that one coach to the staff that's in charge of all these things. This one's minor. It's pretty easy to figure out. But all the game management stuff, trying to help out the head coach in his decision-making process.
Extra point up and through by Myers. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it ends with an AFC touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at the 3. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
Let's go.
Now the NFC heading out for their first drive of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the...
And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down. The lightning rod, J.J. Watt with a sack. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Oh, he can't hang on to it. Almost intercepted. They would have loved the first pick of the game there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off.
Come on, fellas.
Back out is the AFC offense. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
They go play fake. Mahomes. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. James Conner, the running back, his intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. They run the counter. It's Conner. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And they're going to have a 3rd down.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game.
Just like that.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And it's intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
To throw is Breeze. Caught by the tight end Ertz. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time has run out on this 3rd quarter of play. We are off to the 4th quarter here on this special Christmas Day broadcast. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Ready? Check 55.
Now Breeze. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time. And it's 3rd down. The numbers for the NFC on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 16. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. Well, you know, it's hard for some of these guys to get on the same page because they've only been practicing together for a week, but these two, I think they're pretty familiar.
I would say so, right? You go back to OTAs, mini camps, preseason camp, games, the whole deal. They ought to know each other pretty well, and in an all-star game like this, key situations, you find someone like that who you know will be exactly where you think they're supposed to be.
Jalen Ramsey right there in coverage to knock it away. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
The AFC offense making their way back out. And one thing you'd like to see in a Pro Bowl, a competitive contest. We've got that just like the last 2 seasons, a one-score game as we play here in the 4th.
What I'd love to know, what's the discussion on the sidelines of both teams right now? Because, you know, it's an exhibition-type game, but as you said, as competitive as it is now, these guys are going to want to win. There may be some guys who sub some guys out trying to get back on the field and try to help their team win down the stretch.
They start with a give to counter. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And the catch made by Hopkins. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
Defense.
We got this.
That penalty is declined.